Game two was Sunday night. OKC 123, Indiana 107 is the final score. The Thunder tie the series at one game apiece. The story of the day for the Pacers was that Tyrese Halliburton was largely not there. He played like dog shit for pretty much 3.5 quarters. He picked it up in the fourth, but by then it was kind of too little too late. OKC controlled this game much like they did in game one, except they finished the deal this time. They were up. They went up 15 the first time, I think, in the second or third quarter, and never really let off from there. It was consistently between 15 and 20. I think OKC extended it a little beyond 20 at one point. But the Pacers just never were able to bring it any closer. Early on in this game, the Thunder were trying to give the gut punch, were trying to really take control of the game, and the Pacers were doing a good job of countering, and it was close for about a quarter and a half. Um, even even with Halliburton struggling, but it was just a little too much. The Pacers couldn't keep up. Halliburton, his numbers aren't bad. 17 points, 7 of 13, 3 of 8 from 3, 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. The numbers aren't terrible. The numbers are honestly probably better than they were in game one for Halliburton. But only 13 shots. If you're supposed to be a superstar, if you're supposed to be the best guy on a team that's trying to win a title, you got to shoot the ball more than 13 times. And if you're not going to, you got to have more than 6 assists. The Pacers didn't have anybody on the team score 20. Halliburton did actually lead the team in scoring with that 17. Siakam only had 15, Turner 16. They couldn't get it going scoring wise. OKC's defense really showed out in this game, and offensively, SGA was brilliant. SGA 34 points on 11 of 21 shooting. 11 of 12 at the free throw line. He was aggressive, getting to the basket, getting to the free throw line. He got left wide open in the corner for a three and hit it at one point. He was incredible. I can't tell you how good he was if you didn't see the game. He broke the record for the most points in the first two finals games of any player in the NBA history. Allen Iverson, in the on the 0-1 Sixers had it with 71 points in the first two games. SGA with his 38 in game one and his 34 in game two broke it with 72 points in his first two games, the most by any player in a finals debut. He also threw in 8 assists to help the cause. Jalen Williams, the numbers still don't look very good, but I thought he looked a lot better out there. I thought he looked a lot more comfortable. I thought he was more decisive. I thought he was just when his touch at the basket, when I noticed the most in game one and when I noticed Dub playing bad games, when he's getting to the rim and he's putting up layups, they're a lot more. They always end up going high, way off the glass. They just they never look close. He drives uncontrolled when I think he's playing poorly. And in game two, he had a lot more control. Those layups were a lot tighter, trying to fit them into the rim. Like I said, the numbers 19, 5 and 5, 5 of 14 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3. The numbers aren't very good, but eye test wise, he looked a lot better. And Chet Holmgren he played more. He played more. He didn't play a lot more, but he played more. 15.6 rebounds. His impact was very noticeable out there, however. 27 minutes compared to the 23 minutes he played in game 1. Essentially, those AJ Mitchell minutes from game 1 that I was bitching about, coach essentially got rid of those and just gave them to Chet, which obviously that's a win. Isaiah Hartenstein played more minutes as well. He played, I think, 17 in game 1, played 22 tonight, or not tonight, but on Sunday. 8 rebounds and 4 assists for him. And off the bench, the real story of the game for OKC is off the bench. Alex Caruso, 20 points. Aaron Wiggins saves basketball again, 18 points, 5 threes. That's how the Thunder really controlled the ball game, by Wiggins and Caruso being so fucking good off the bench. Caruso second in scoring on the team. So Dort didn't do really shit on offense. Obviously his defense was incredible all night. 3 points on 1 3 made. That was pretty much it. But Wiggins made up for it by him dropping in 5 threes, and Caruso 4 threes and 20 points. That's when Caruso had a 20-point game earlier on in these playoffs as well. I think it might have been game 1 against Denver when we lost. And when the shot is falling for Caruso, it's fucking terrifying for other teams. I don't know how you're supposed to deal with that if SGA is cooking and you've got guys like Caruso and Dort on the wings knocking down their threes, and Aaron Wiggins. And another thing I said in the game 1 recap was that I wanted to see more Aaron Wiggins. I believe I said that. I definitely said that I wanted to play double big more in this series because I thought it would be better off. We had better odds with. I was more comfortable with those guys guarding Siakam than I was with Randall in the prior series. But I saw Aaron Wiggins tonight out there guarding, or not tonight, Sunday. I saw Aaron Wiggins out there guarding Siakam. And I really liked that matchup. He's a little smaller than Siakam, obviously. The ability to get under Siakam, I think it hindered him a little bit. I thought Wiggins did an incredible job doing everything in this game. He's one of those guys. Presti got him on a 5-year extension in the offseason last summer. So that extension hasn't even kicked in yet. It was like 5 years, $48 million. It's an absolute steal of a contract that I cannot believe Presti managed to pull off another one. I can't believe it. Isaiah Joe played 6 minutes, 2 points. Again, I don't see the value of him out there. Because if he's not hitting threes, he's not really doing anything else. And he's not hitting threes. He hasn't been hitting threes all postseason. So I don't know. Cason Wallace started again tonight, or Sunday. Cason Wallace started again. If I say tonight, just know. Just know I meant Sunday. He started again, 4 points, 22 minutes. It was interesting. It's interesting to see the adjustments of the minutes because Wallace, he played, I think, like 28 or 30 minutes in game 1 and 22 on Sunday. I don't know. I mean, obviously Wiggins minutes spiked in this game because he was so awesome. He played 20 minutes. I don't know if that had a factor in the less minutes for Wallace. I didn't think he was bad. I definitely didn't think he was bad. I thought he was good. Defensively, he's a wrecking ball. He was plus 12 in plus minus. Um, but the stats don't really show that he did anything. 22 minutes. I think if you're going to take Hartenstein out of the starting lineup, I think there's probably three other guys, at least two other guys that I'd rather have in that spot than Wallace. I like Wallace off the bench. I'd be more inclined to start Wiggins or Caruso if I'm going without Hartenstein, and obviously I'd probably rather just start Isaiah Hartenstein because I think the double bigs, it really would work in this series. I really think it would be. Indiana's not a good rebounding team. They cannot. I don't think they can match up with that size. It's Turner, Siakam, Obi Toppin, and Thomas Bryant. Those are the big guys they've got, the fours and fives. I don't think they can fuck with Holmgren and Hartenstein down low. Overall, liked what I saw. Could have been better. Beat them by 15. Controlled the game. Carlisle pulled his guys with about 4 minutes left. They were down 17 with about 4 minutes left. He pulled his guys. The thing that was the best sign for me was that Indiana didn't come out in this game, and it didn't feel like they were. We're fine with getting one. We're good with the split. We don't really give a fuck. We're gonna just come in, get this game out of the way, and then go home to Indy with home court advantage. It felt like they came out wanting to take this game too, and to really get a stranglehold of the series. And OKC pretty much was just not having it. They said, no, we're not going for that. We're gonna strangle you. We're gonna beat the fuck out of you. We're gonna run. We're gonna beat the fuck out of you. We're gonna hit threes, and we're not gonna give you any light in this one. And that's what they did. And they did that behind SGA. Like I said, Dub could be, but he can still be better. He still wasn't awesome in that game, but he was better. Even if the numbers show he only scored 2 more points and he still didn't shoot well. He looked better. He looked more comfortable. That's a good sign. That's something that's a positive note to take into Game 3 in Indiana. Kenrich Williams didn't do anything in his 7 minutes. They emptied the benches late. So AJ Mitchell did actually play in this game, unfortunately, even though I said never fucking play him again in this series. But he did see the court for 2 minutes and 42 seconds when the game was over. So did Jay Will, Ousmane Dieng, and Dylan Jones. OKC completely emptied the bench at the end. There's a lot less to talk about in this game because OKC was just so good, and the Pacers didn't have answers. There's still a lot to improve on for OKC as well, which is a very good sign for Thunder fans that we haven't seen the best of this team yet in this series, and we're another Tyrese Halliburton Devil Magic game winner away from being up 2-0, and we're going to Indiana 1-1. As long as we come back to OKC 2-2 at least, it's 2-2 going into Game 5. Obviously, we want to go up 3-1, and we want to put the pedal to the metal and try to close it out in Game 5 if we can. But if we just get back to OKC 2-2, take home court advantage back. I'm not worried. I'm interested to see Indiana's counterpunch because I don't know what it is. Is it more Thomas Bryant minutes? Is it less Obi Toppin? After Obi Toppin hit 5 threes in game one, he went 1 for 8 and 1 for 5 from three today, or on the game. 3 points, 4 rebounds. Mathurin was good, 14 points. The counterpunch for them is that Halliburton, if they want to take a game in Indiana, they need Halliburton to have one of those 30-point games. They need Halliburton to really score, and they need him to have like a 30-10 game. And against this defense with all these guard defenders, I just don't know if he can do that. We'll see. Game 3 is tomorrow, Wednesday night in Indy. So I'll be back after that game, probably Thursday, and we'll see if OKC can take advantage and get the lead in this series for the first time, and do what I asked them to do and put their foot on the Pacers' throat and fucking kill them. All right, I'm out.